Hey everyone, it's BowlerGuy279, and today we're going to be analyzing my new RSGPB 2043. And that timing might be off by like a second or two. I don't know. We're waiting for the official retime, but 2343 is my first sub 25. I'm quite proud of it. I think I can still improve upon it. But here we are. We spawn in a birch forest. Arg. It's disgusting, right? Yeah, well, I have a tendency of kind of jumping on trees and looking around before I decide to reset. And while I'm doing that, I spot a village to my left. At least I should somewhere around there. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So I spot a village and it's quite far, so I have to run over to it. Arg. But minor time loss, I suppose. Minor time loss. Not good village proximity, have to run a little bit. That's like number one of where this run could have been better. I have a tendency of looking at all my previous runs and saying, well, this could have been a little bit better, that could have been a little bit better, this is what I could have done. But I think as far as my PBs go, in RSG, this is my most well-played one. So I believe since late May, when my 2510 happened, I've improved quite a lot since then. So I'm here at the village. There's a blacksmith. It is also an abandoned village, meaning there is no golem, and I'll have to fight for beds. There is food, yay. So blacksmith is pretty good. I get some obsidian and 10 iron from it. 10 iron is more than enough to make a bucket, a sword, and a pickaxe, and that's pretty much all the iron things you'll need for a run. Well, sometimes you don't need an iron sword or an iron pickaxe, but usually in the nether, one of those two things are preferable. If you get a bastion, obviously, iron pickaxe, and if you get to the fortress and you have a warped forest, then a sword is definitely better. Usually, if you get a bastion first, then you can pull an iron sword out from any of the chests there. Sometimes they have looting too, so hey. So I craft all my basic tools and bucket so I can, I guess golem skip, but there's no golem, so I don't have to worry about iron here. I'm going to pick up some string here, which doesn't actually help me out later in the run, but I do that so I can craft a bow in case I need something for crit bug. And, you know, it's right there. Just why not mine 3 of them? So I'm going to go over here and fight for some beds. Yay. I'm going to get the beds. I'm looking around for a nether enter. I don't see any anywhere, so certified L. But what I'm going to do is, my plan from here is go to my right and run to stronghold coordinates, hoping I can dig down and hit the stronghold. Here is a bit of a weird move that I like to do. Go into the tannery, open up the chest, and see if there's a saddle in there. And I do just that, and there's a saddle. And obviously you can ride horses in Minecraft with saddles, so... And horses are usually faster than the player, so... but you see, the horse I'm going to get here very soon is very, very kind to me. Gets tamed first try, and is quite fast. So that'll make me running to stronghold coordinates very easy. Yeah, look at how fast the horse is. Oh my. And boom, first try, as I said. Here we go, we're running. We're off. There's this outpost here that I just kind of avoid. I think I get one pillager on me, and pillagers usually chase you down for like 40 miles. But this one decided not to, or maybe just lost interest or something. But either way, I test out how far the horse can jump over this river here, and it jumps, so yay. I actually make it across the river. So I'm going to go here in this valley, trying to look for a village that is a little bit further out, so hopefully I can dig down on it and hit stronghold before I go to the nether. I remember when I was playing this part, I really did not expect a nether enter, but that ends up being what I get here very shortly. See, I'm just looking around everywhere. I don't even care. The thought never crossed my mind that, ooh, I'm gonna hit a lava pool here. The thought just crosses my mind of, let's see where there's a village. And coming up shortly, there is a lava pool. Yeah, right here. I'll get off my horse, and obviously it's very fast. I don't want it to run anywhere, so I'm gonna dig a little bit of a pit here for it. And we're just gonna leave the horse here. And we're going to enter here off the lava pool. I'm quite proud of this portal build. It could have been a little bit better, but overall it was... There's no major mistakes in it. So, we're entering the nether here. It is a rather slow enter because not only did I have to run to the village, I had to run all the way over here to the lava pool. But this does end up helping me out that I've ran this far later in the run. You'll see. We're entering another. Yay. My loads are atrocious. I'm very sorry. Oh. I guess it doesn't really apply there, but believe me, my loads are atrocious. So, I'm going to write portal cords here. There's nothing really good off spawn. But, next up, we're going to run. I prefer to run into positive every single time. If there's any terrain there, I should say. Sometimes I don't run into positive because it's just not good chords. It's not good terrain, rather. But we're going. My goal is try to find any good terrain here. The hay bale comes in clutch quite often in this run. So there's the warped forest to my left, which in the current version of Minecraft is really, really good. If you get like any warped forest that has like semi-good terrain, you can easily get your ender pearls easily. Like, warped forest is free ender pearls now. The endermen do not teleport away. The endermen spawn quite frequently. And, well, like, they teleport, but they don't despawn when they teleport. Let's be clear on that. So I'm here digging through this wall because I know there's stuff on the other side of this wall. And there it is. Ba-boom. The other side of the warped. Now, how did I know? Because, you know, I saw it earlier when I was in third person. I use third person a lot. Like, a lot more than other runners, I think. I believe it ends up helping me, especially in Nether. But so I'm running here in the warped. What's going through my mind right now is this warped is definitely playable. If I find a fortress, this could be pretty good. But I've already ran around for a good amount of time here, so I'm not really thinking there's going to be much of a run here. And boom, hay bale clutch again. Oh, the hay bale is so valuable. Another thing you can do in the Nether is use the warped finds. You find here in warped forest, they break your fall 100% of the time. Well, if you land on them, I guess. But they break 100% of your fall 100% of the time. It's very pro. So if you do not have a hay bale, the twisting vines are pro. And as I was talking over it, I did find a fortress. And in the fortress, there's this blaze here. This is a bunch of blazes. So I kind of have to do this weird block, like put a little wall in between you and the blazes. I think there's a wither skeleton here too. Maybe later, I guess. But I kind of have to weirdly take out these blazes from behind the wall. I'm trying to manipulate the AI to get closer, and then I can just easily pick them off one by one. That's really end up happening. So here I already have quite a few rods. I'm getting very lucky on rates. I believe I go 7 for 9 or something close to that. And look at this, look at this. Oh, the pro block placement, so I can just knock the wither skeleton right off. That was really pro. And I already have 5 rods here. So I'm pretty much thinking, alright, if I can take out this blaze and he drops 6 rod, I'm out. Because I just didn't want to play this fortress anymore. And as I'm coming out, there is a blaze here that drops another rod. So I don't even use a spawner. I'm trying to block this wither skeleton off, but I'm bad and I can't. So I just have to stab it with the sword the old-fashioned way. And alright, that was a really, really fast fortress split. Like, really, really fast. Mainly because I went 7 for 9. Yeah, no spawner either. I never found a spawner in that fortress. That was quite a crazy fortress split. And I kind of like brain fart here and forget really where I came from in this warped. So my plan goes from try to find my way out of this warped forest to try to find good enough terrain to play the warped forest. The warped forest is quite hilly, so it's not as great as other warped forests, but it is still very playable. There's so much terrain here of warped that it doesn't really matter. And I decided I'd set up right here. I'm gonna dig away like this little elevated Nylium stuff. I'm gonna build what I like to call the Enderman umbrella. And this will begin the getting Ender Pearls part of the run. I'm just gonna stand here, I'm gonna look around at some Endermen, and we're just gonna crit all of them. I warn you though, if you get motion sick, this might be the part of the run which you do not want to view. I just endlessly jump here, essentially. But I didn't count Enderman rates, but I think they were pretty average. I don't think there was anything astonishing about the Enderman rates. This is kind of the dull part of the run. Like, there's not a lot of action taking place. It's just endless jumping and critting out Enderman. That's about it. So I guess I'll take the time to kind of review this run overall. 23:43 is a good time. If there's anyone running the category, 23:43 is pretty good. I've always wanted sub 25 for quite a while. I've always looked at my 25:52 and my 25:10 and said, these suck, I can improve them. And I finally did, yay! 23:43, good time, could have been a lot better. I reviewed this one after, man. But already, you can see, I had to run very far to the village, I had to run very far, well, I had to ride on horseback very far to the lava pool. I had to run pretty far to the fortress, and I guess to a lesser extent the warped forest, because I could have played this. I played the warped forest closer to my forest. I don't consider that. That could have really been better. However, the point gets across that I did have to run for quite a few minutes to get to the fortress. I did have to run quite a few minutes to get to the village. I did have to run on horseback for quite a few minutes to the lava pool. However, the lava pool was on the way. I guess I'm getting ahead of myself here, but the lava pool, we realized later on, is on the way to the stronghold. So it ends up working out. I'm going to dig a few blocks here just to make it easier for me to look at Enderman and have them kind of teleport to me. So I can just stab them. Haha. Yeah, looking back in this run, it was a good run. Easily, as I said earlier, easily my most well-played RSG PB. I am proud of it. Just could be improved. Well, my 25:10, my 25:52, I'm no longer proud of. I look back at those runs and went, wow, I played this terribly. Like, especially the 25:52. Sub 20 seed. I think if I got that now, I'm not gonna say I could get sub 20, but I could probably get a better time on that seed. I think that shows how much I've improved. Remember in my 25:52, I didn't know how to run any other bastion other than bridge. Before I started running Icarus, that I really learned all the bastions. To this day, I still only know triple stables, like the triple chest, stables top. I don't like anything else in stables. Stables is bad, least that's what I personally do. Treasure's slow, but treasure's reliable. Housing's like, you roll pearls one in every, like, I don't know, 10 times roughly. Because there's only like 9 gold blocks. It's just bleh. But it's a fast bastion. Very fast. It's probably like as fast as bridge roughly. But, you know, it doesn't have nearly as many gold blocks, so it doesn't have nearly as many chances to get pearls as bridge does. But we're not playing any bastions, we're playing the Warped Forest. Ta-da! So we can avoid RNG entirely. And I believe I'm on my way. I'm on my way back to home portal. And I'll say this for every run, but I do not time them offhand. Which is both a really good thing and a really bad thing. It's really good because I never get nervous, really. I don't really... Well, it's not that I never get nervous in person, it's just that if I don't time it and I don't see what pace I'm on, it's harder for my brain to say, oh wow, you're doing really well, you better not mess up, and then, you know, you just get really nervous and die. But that will come into play later. I think I played through my nerves pretty well. Hence why it's my most well-played run. But this is the second part of the run that I could have avoided with a better seed. You can see we can kind of skip out on this, like, oh yeah, good lava clutch, by the way. Great. I've been practicing that for so long. I'm like, oh, I was running up to the lava flow, and I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to do here. I know what I'm going to do, and then I jumped to my place to block, and I'm like, haha, so professional. But, yeah, I could have avoided these couple minutes here, too, if, you know, the seed was a little bit better. I think there was hoglins or piglins or something like that chasing me here, so I blocked it off a little bit behind me. I have to dig up this crimson here. Trying to find my way back. I think it was at like 8. That was like -8, 100 somewhere. And I'm close. Oh, look at the hay bale clutch. Oh, hay bale comes in clutch so much. But just think, all of this time from running from the place where I played the Warped could have been avoided with a better seed. So the potential of this category is quite insane. And here I am leaving the Nether. And remember how I said I don't time my runs? Well, when I get out of the Nether, it is still nighttime. So I know I'm not even at 20 minutes yet. And I have 5 minutes to find a stronghold, enter the stronghold, and take the dragon down. There it is. Boom, it's nighttime. I'm like, oh boy, it's nighttime. I'm on pace. Woo! So I get out of the Nether portal. I throw an eye. I see it's going this way. It breaks. Ah, cringe. But it's fine. So I take my horse, my trusty horse, and I'm just gonna run straight. I'm gonna ride on horseback straight this way. Go, go, go! I'm looking around for a village because I mean I would assume it would be pretty close. Like my Z coordinates already over 1,000. Like, but I've had quite a few runs die in this stage right here, where I leave the Nether at roughly around 21, 22 minutes, and the stronghold is like 3,000 blocks away, not under a village. But oh wait, here's a village. Okay, okay, now we're doing well. So I think there's some strays on me, so I try to lead them over here to the bell, which is also where I need to be, but which is also where the golem is. So the golem can kind of defend me a little bit here. Yeah, it goes straight down. I'm like, where is it? I think it went over here somewhere. But I just decide it went roughly straight down, so we're going to dig straight down. And I said earlier, I didn't really need an iron pickaxe in this run, but right here's probably where the iron pickaxe came in most clutch. Boom, we're in the stronghold. The stronghold is relatively high up. And Nav is what will kill me. What will also cost me a couple minutes here. I'm running around. I'm like, oh my god, where is it? Where is it? So I decide it's not this way, and I switch up my way, I switch up my pathing, and I really try to find it here. Straight down middle is where I always go. That's where quite a few other runners always go. I believe the like the first room in the stronghold, where there's usually 5 ways to go. Sometimes there's less than that, but there's usually 5. Always go down middle, because that's the part of the stronghold that holds the most weight to it. Now, that does kind of end up biting me in the end, because the end portal isn't actually that way, nor is it the second way I go. It's the third way and the only other way I could have gone. So, I'm looking here, and hidden room, yay. Well, at least I think there's only 3 ways I can go. I don't really remember, but we'll find it. I see light, it's only library. Eat some bread here, and this is the other part of the run where I'm like, oh, I could feel the PB slipping away. I could feel the personal best like leaving my veins right now as I'm running through the stronghold frantically trying to find the end portal. And it's not until after the run and I retime it where I'm like, oh wait, that was actually PB. No way. Alright, yeah. So I end up going, that is the third way, the only other way I can go. Alright. And looking back at it, I probably should have opened up these chests, because it's right around here where I realized I didn't get snowballs, and snowballs are required for crit bug. I don't think I took out any skeletons, so I'm like, what is this? I'm digging here like, what is going on? I think it's just a mine shaft in the stronghold, but it's being weird, so I just kind of leave the area. But I didn't have snowballs, and I only have enough. I only have 12, but luckily it's a 3-eye, so I will have 3 pearls left over. And jumping in shortly. I put lava down and light myself on fire. That's just me. I talked about my mechanics improving, and then I do that. Like, come on. How could I talk about my mechanics improving and then I do dumb stuff like that? But that's just me. That's just me, I guess. Alright, and I'm going to sort out my inventory here. I'm going to get ready for the 1 cycle. Now, the only thing I don't like about playing Wartress is you don't get obsidian. But luckily, remember that obsidian I got from the blacksmith right at the start? Oh, that's about to come in clutch. I decided to throw an ender pearl and get myself to the middle very quickly. Wait for the dragon to perch. I'm waiting. And my plan is to do the lava cycle here. Cycle. Basically, I'm gonna throw out the pickaxe. I don't need it anymore. Throw. Get out the dragon a little bit. And, there's an remember how the Endermen do not despawn when they teleport away now. Yeah, that's about to work against me here. Instead, this can only go up. But there it is, the Enderman's down. Woo-hoo! Just saved the entire run. The dragon is, just still kind of there. Power up. Boom, boom, boom. Down goes the lava, and at this point I don't even know if it's personal best or not, but oh well. Do the 1 cycle anyway. Really fun 1 cycle. Figuring out how to jump up and place a block. I finally figured out. Blocked myself down. I took a chat, but I fail. Oh well, see you guys next time.